Hello. Today we have 8 cars to open from a bunch of different manufacturers, companies, as well as a couple of cars to compare them to. For example, we have the miniGT Calsonic livery Skyline Japan Touring Car Champion, and then we have a Tomica Limited Vintage Neo of a very similar car. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, a medium premium brand like miniGT and what, I guess you'd say an ultra premium brand like Tomica Limited Vintage, and how they might compare, especially with a racing car. I think will be interesting. I'll need that. This Bentley is a Matchbox, and I have this here simply because I opened it and it made me very angry because of the way it handled the grill. And so I wanted to open the miniGT, well, one of the miniGT Bentley Continental GT3s, and compare and see how far off they got it. This Fast and the Furious monster truck I just have here because, you know, what if I need cheering up halfway through the video? This is still probably the coolest car I've opened on this channel. I love this car. Okay, where to start? Well, let's get rid of this, not Matchbox. Did I say Matchbox? I'm sorry. I don't think I've actually opened a Matchbox yet on this channel. But, no, this is Majorette. Majorette's the one who apparently doesn't care anything about what the cars they're trying to make look like. So, and I know that one bad model is not enough to damn the entire company, but it did irk me. So, first we'll just examine the grills. The Bentley Continental has this just great grill. They're like nice, curved. Every edge is curved. It's like a gentle slope inward toward the bottom. I love, it's classic, and I think it's beautiful. I mean, this isn't the best example of it. There's, you know, stuff printed on it. Although it did look good with the 102 printed on it, or the 110. Like the racing number on it. But this is basically 2 rectangles next to each other. You know. I mean, the rest of this, I'll put down the good one for a second. The rest of this has several things going for it that aren't bad, you know, for a majorette. You know, it's got sharp details where they're needed. It's got opening doors with decent lines. It's got suspension. Because this is one of my favorite things about the Bentleys, it just, it's funny because it's also one of the few majorettes I've seen that's 1/64, so it's the same size as the miniGT. but it's garbage. It's dog garbage, and I'm going to put it away. This, on the other hand, has a really great diamond kind of digital camo livery going on. Some kind of Amazon product being advertised. I'll get at that with a knife. There's a little bit of fluff in there. Okay. Yeah. It's the same casting as the others that I have. Green and red on the tires. So there's nothing surprising in the Polar Salmon. That's not English. There's nothing surprising in the car itself. I'm glad that it's all done well. Frank Bird Poultry? That doesn't say poultry. Hey, it looks like a poultry. Frank Bird Poultry Limited. And one of the drivers is named Frank Bird. Does he run a fried chicken place? Or a chicken farm? That's cool, I guess. Bentley Motorsport Academy. So this is actually a bit of a confusing one, because it's got drivers on the livery, but I'm not sure. Oh, I should have looked. Team Parker 2020, 24 hours of spa. 2020, 4 hours to go. It's beautiful, and it's a great color to add into the collection that I have. I've got like gold and black and red and black and green and black and bright green and black, and now they've done blue and a little bit of black, but mostly blue, you know. So I love this. I love this casting. I never get tired of these Bentleys. Yeah, it's exciting opening. It's exciting to open them. I'll put it here, and I guess let's do the other comparison, which is thankfully between what I hope will be two good cars, but I know is at least one good car, and that is this Calsonic Skyline JTCC car. I have 3 of these. miniGT has put out, I think they've only put out 3, but so here's the other 2, and they've got the Zippo one in yellow and green, which is nice, but the one I really love, and the one that got me collecting them, was this Kiyosaki one with, if you see that red or orange bit on the other side, I think one of the side view mirrors got knocked off and had to be replaced, and they replaced it with an orange one. Or it's a stylistic choice. I like to believe that it had to be replaced mid-race. But as a stylistic choice, I am a fan of that kind of asymmetry as well. So either way. But then I started picking up other ones, and I have not been disappointed. So this is the one we're going to be comparing. It's got the defroster lines, the mirrors are kind of rubbery, it's got good headlights. So, 91. This one probably does say what race and what year. unfortunately, I do not read the language it says it in. I'm not going to need that knife. They're not the exact same car, obviously. This is number 12. So here's the little insert for it. Skyline GTR. I mean, it's definitely also an R32. Like, it's the same car. Running an almost identical livery. Yeah. Oh, this feels much more substantial. It's got the metal base and yeah, like these tires look good. I had no problem with these tires, but these tires really pop. The whites feel whiter, the blue feels brighter. Didn't mean to rhyme there. Yeah, these, there's something about these that just like, yeah, maybe these are more true to life, and these are just like more exaggerated, but I like them better. Okay, so total, okay, so it's definitely from a real race, because it's got the drivers. Oh. It's got an opening hood. Here, I'm going to put my finger on this side. Nice. It's well detailed. I didn't even, the lines are so good I didn't even notice. But also it opens so easy that I noticed by accident. These headlights are cut above. Oh yeah. Like I got this and I was like, these are good headlights, you know? They got the lines, they got a bit of muddled in them, you know, makes them feel real. The treatment of the back headlights is pretty similar, pretty similar in quality, I'd say. But these front headlights, next to the Tomica, these ones look kind of embarrassing. But I mean, the Tomica also costs 4 times as much, so there's that. Yeah, I guess that's a question, isn't it? Tomica has internal details. It's got the roll cage. It's got the fire extinguisher thing there. Gear shift. Harness. miniGT has tinted windows, does it? Because it's hard to see in. None of those details. Oh, it does have a roll cage, you can kind of see. You can kind of see a roll cage behind the defroster lines. But that's it for visible detail. The thing is, and this is why I mentioned race cars earlier, is that I love this car, you know? I mean, I don't love it as much as the Kiyosaki, but it's, you know, it's in the family, and it's just a cool car. It looks cool. Then the thing about race cars is that what makes me like a certain race car is the livery, the silhouette, you know, whether I like the car itself in the first place, the certain race that it ran, you know, if I have an affinity. And you know, drivers, if I have an affinity there. Like I bought that Michel Mouton Audi Quattro. So those are the major factors I think at play. And you know, a basic level of quality, like miniGT is a quality. They do produce quality cars. They roll. They look good. They've got the inserted headlights and they look good. They do the liveries well. You know, they don't mess it up. And so if you've got that and you've got the livery and the other stuff that goes into me liking a race car, then $10 versus $40, I don't think that I need the opening hood, the slightly brighter wheels, and, you know, like this is definitely premium. I'm not saying that it isn't, and I'm not saying it's not worth the extra money. Like, because it's clearly costs more to make and it's better made. But it's the kind of thing where it's like a luxury thing. And that's nice sometimes, but that's not really, and maybe for other people it is, that's not really why I collect toy cars. I'm not saying this isn't going into my collection. It 100% is, along with the miniGT ones, and more I hope in the future. And obviously this will be the one that I bring out to, you know, is like when I'm showing off my little toy collection. It's a conversation starter. I was watching on Netflix, I was watching a show about other autists and, you know, dating, and like a dating show about autists. And there's one guy who seemed nice, and the cameraman does these interviews, I guess, and like takes me showing them around his room. And he's got like a stamp collection. And he says, yeah, this is my stamp collection. It's, you know, I guess it's sort of a conversation starter. And then he goes over and he's got a series of pictures of trains, I think. Is it wrong that I can't remember and I'm just guessing trains because he was autistic? He has pictures of trains, and he says, he ends it the exact same way. He's like, you know, and it's a conversation starter. And the fucking dickhead cameraman from behind the camera says, do people actually come in here that you could start conversations with? And he doesn't look offended at all, obviously. He's just like, oh no, I guess it's more of a, I guess they're more for me, for my benefit. And it's a very charming moment, but also like, what kind of fucking dickhead question is that to ask? So yeah, this is a conversation starter. Does anybody come in here to start conversations with? I guess they're more for me. Let's move on to, do we want to do the other Tarmac Limited right away? Sure. Who's we? Me and you. We're on a journey of discovery, little toy car discovery together. This is the Nissan Fairlady ZT. I guess the Z stands for turbo. I'm mostly just familiar with the Fairlady Z. Okay, so, alright, first the package. That's what the car's gonna look like. 2x2. Is that all-wheel drive? Or does that mean something different? Because there's an American car called 2x2. Customer service is only available in Japan in case the product is purchased in Japan and inquired from Japan domestic. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, they're noticing one thing right away. It doesn't have rear view mirrors. That seems like a safety hazard. I know some of them come with, like, that's why I shook the box. Some of them come with pieces that you attach. This one doesn't have anywhere to attach it and doesn't seem to have come with anything. The red is really nice. I hate to focus on this right away, but this door handle is done shockingly well. That is so good. And I always go on and on about the like depth and murkiness of taillights, making them more realistic, but I mean, that's just the way it is. That's how they look in real life, and so having them like this it just works. They don't feel cut and dry or like a piece of single plastic stuck in a hole. You know, there's stuff going on beneath the surface. It's got, you know, not spectacularly detailed bottom, 164. The tires and wheels are just perfect. This is a nice mix between looking like it has treads, which is realistic for a road car, but then also having nice rolling flat patches on the actual base of the wheels so that it'll roll. Yeah, it rolls really, really well. Like that was clearly a priority in the design of these tires. And that's really nice to see. I mean, yeah, when you do get Atomica Limited Vintage, they put thought into everything. Am I missing that this is an opening hood? No. I missed it on the last car, so. Does this have suspension? It has front suspension. It might have rear suspension, but the travel distance is just really low. Or it might just have front suspension. I don't know. It's very difficult to get a view. That's a nice little detail, the like dash. The vents and things. It's kind of ridiculously small detail, but like just the sort of thing that gives it the feel of a real car. It's beautiful. Like this asymmetry here. The lights have depth. This is just, yeah, this is just, wow, this looks just as good as the Ferrari that I have from Tomica Limited. Like, it makes it look just as fancy and expensive. I mean, it would probably be pretty fancy and expensive to buy a Nissan Fairlady Z now, but wow, okay. That is a gorgeous car. And this one wasn't, I mean, you know, the racing car one was, they seem to have like a rolling price point on their vehicles. So, you know, you can get things for like $15 or something at the very, very low end of the Tomica Premium, or if you find something on sale, Tomica Limited Vintage, I mean. I think this might have cost me $25, but then these ones, this one was not ridiculous, but some of these go up to like $90 for the car, and I think maybe some of it is like licensing fees, like, you know, paying to license a Lamborghini or something. But I don't know. That's why, you know, if I can find them reasonable, and there's something that I'm interested in, then I'll try. But I gotta stay away from the super premium ones. They don't give as much pleasure, I guess, as the cost. Like, I get just as much joy out of that miniGT with the one orange rear view or a side view mirror as I do out of a, you know, fancy Ferrari. We are now opening, by the way, a Honda Civic Type R HKS Black. HKS being a body kit company. That's my assumption on everything from now on, that it's a body kit company. That is how I approach the world. I went to the, Power, so maybe they also like soup the car up. I gotta tell you, this is not my favorite Civic. I'm not a big fan of the 4-door Type Rs. Yeah, but I'm not as judgy of them as I used to be. I used to really think poorly of them, and that was just because I liked the little boxy Civics and the zippiness of them. So, not much on the bottom. Oh, car crash. Don't worry, I'm sure you're insured. Rolls really well. Rubber side view. Again, I can't see inside for detail, and if I can't see inside, it's probably not worth struggling to see inside, because I'm never gonna see it. Defroster thing. I don't know what this is. It looks like a spoiler, but it's weird. It's like, I mean, it must be some kind of aero thing. I do like this spoiler. It's kind of Batman-y, which is a little silly, but also like kind of appeals to that, you know, childhood part of your brain that, you know, you pretend you've put away, but you have not. Yeah, I like the Batman-y spoiler. It's fun. And this one's actually got a nice front end. one of my problems with previous Type R's, like the bigger Type R's, has been a front end that I didn't like, and this one's got kind of a nice one. I don't know, this is cool if you want to, like, you know, maybe do a little backroads rallying with your pals, you know, in the back seat, hooting and hollering, everybody's shouting different route notes at you. Route notes. One guy's going 7 left, the other one's going 7 right, the other one's going flat out, left flat. That's my funny rally joke about hanging out with your pals and them trying to prank you into a tree. So I'll be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress. And now we got a bunch of stuff. 4 more cars. Not 4 more cars, 4 more cars. Let's open this Greenlight first. 2020, Year of the Rat. Volkswagen panel van. This was a hobby exclusive. Sometimes I forget one of the hobbies. Year of the Rat, and in a move unlike Greenlight, it has a whole bunch of information on the back about the Year of the Rat. You could pause it, I guess. Gonna go ahead and assume this was never an actual vehicle. The rat's very cute. I love rats. Good luck, 168. I suppose those are lucky numbers. Chinese New Year 2020. I don't know what to make of this. It's got quite the wobble. Why is it wobbling? Oh, these are thin tires. What's going on here? Why aren't you? We're doing home surgery. And I'm trying to figure out why that won't go all the way down. The wheel itself looks fine. As you can tell, I'm a professional. I appear to have made it immeasurably worse somehow. has a wobble and it doesn't roll quite as nice. I don't understand. There was no problem with the wheel or the tire that I could see, although now that I look at it, part of the tire looks fatter than the other. You know what? It's Greenlight. It's fine. It's actually kind of, I was on my way to saying that it is a very, for such a busy looking at a distance vehicle, it really only has one or two elements to speak about. I mean, there's not even a really distinct profile to the van. You know, it's a Volkswagen van, okay, but all of the personality of the van is given over to this, you know, complete Chinese New Year livery, and it's just not that interesting. It's a cute picture of a rat. I love rats, and just the same thing over and over again in different sizes. I don't know. I mean, it would be fine in a parade or whatever, but do I need it on my shelf? I do not. Shall we go with something else celebratory? Let's go with something else celebratory. 50 years of Johnny Lightning. That's something to celebrate. And we're going to celebrate with the 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Display box included. Well, that's a waste of a display box. There's 6 in this collection. The 50-year collection. Land Cruiser. Are they both 1980? 2 1980 Toyota Land Cruisers. I guess they must be different colors. 99 Skyline GTR 34. Interesting. 98 Honda Civic Custom. 91 Honda CRX, which is maybe I'll look up actually, because I like the CRX quite a lot. And the 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Let's see what it looks like. I don't know, I'm not gonna have to get out a screwdriver, am I? Nope. 50 years on the plastic. That's fancy. They're going all fancy for their, they're feeling their oats. This is very interesting packaging. So the display box is like a plastic version of the acrylic ones. Combined with the miniGT type boxes. Yeah, so this is the display box. And then you put it in this to hold it in place and slide it in. It says 50 on the bottom, just so you don't forget. It looks like a child carved it. It's great. It's great. All right, let's do this. It's heavy. It's Johnny Lightning heavy. Oh, God. The first thing I see is a wheel problem. But I assume that those can be fixed. And the gold and black rims are very cool. 69 to 2019, 50th anniversary. And at least it appears to be painted on. The wheel's straight, so once I fix the wheel, this one also looks like it is messed up somehow. And the car itself. What does the car itself look like? Mitsubishi badge. Painted on headlights. No opening part. Johnny Lightning down the side. Some kind of oily residue on the top. A spoiler that got put in all the way on one side and part of the way on the other. Yeah, it's a little janky. It's a little janky. This is not a car that I have another example of yet, so I think that it will be worth it to try and fix these wheels and live with the spoiler, because it is pretty attractive in this black and gold, and the black and gold wheels as well. Yeah, as long as I can get them to ride straight. Even if the printing is a little off, I can turn them around, or even just turn two of them around and put the good ones on the front or the good ones on the back. I can make that work. Yeah. Okay. Not a good video for anniversary cars. Let's see if it's a good video for random cars. This is not exactly a random car. Greenlight Hobby 72 American Motors Taxi. And again, unlike Greenlight, it has an ad or an imploration of some kind from the manufacturer of the car to taxi companies or taxi operators to buy this car. So pause it if you want to read it, I guess. And yeah, it's a very simple looking car. Okay, wait, first, let's do this in order. There's a lot of Greenlight police cars. And there's a lot of Greenlight fire department cars, and more coming because they've started a new series. And I do like the fire department cars, but I see a lot of people who collect the police stuff, and they have a lot of police stuff, and is really not for me. But I do like the idea of collecting something that's from different times and specific places. And so like old New York taxi, or like a taxi from Chicago in the 70s or something, you know? I thought maybe that would be fun, and they do a lot of taxis, so although strangely enough, most of their taxis are from the Hollywood series. And I'll be like, I don't remember there being a taxi in that movie, and I'm sure there was in the background of some scene or something, and they're filling out their ranks there, trying to get one of their castings into circulation again with the taxi livery. But I love taxis. I think they're cool. When I was a kid, my best friend's mom drove a taxi. So this is the AMC Matador, 1972. It's got a great grill. It's got a little wonky taxi for the, it's got, the word taxi here is like smeared. That's one good thing about, strange. I do like these hubcaps though. So one good thing about collecting something a little like off-roady, or like the monster trucks, or the or like taxis, you know, that are in the dirt and the din of the city from Greenlight, is that a lot of the, you know, like dirty windows, which this one doesn't have. I should say this one has quite nice windows, or like, you know, weird little defects, the quality control issues that Greenlight sometimes has. can be part of the character of the wow. These door handles are just cast right into they're part of the casting. And, oh wow, they look great. Okay, so these are part of the casting too. I don't know. I'd be hard pressed to tell you which is a better door handle casting. The like $40 one or whatever, or, you know, this $8 Greenlight. That's really nice. I also like the way that I also like this this logo. It's so simple. It just the only words on this car are taxi and Matador cab, and it's not perfectly centered, which is charming. It could be really irritating, but it's not. It's charming. I don't know why. Maybe the kind of goofy font that it's in, and the like. Everything just a little bit, you know, before it was perfected feeling about it. But the hubcaps are great. The door handles are amazing. I like the grille, you know. I haven't looked at the taillights. Yeah, I like the taillights. They use a different just a different font for the back fake license plate that just says taxi. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. Or maybe the thickness of this one just peters off. It's very hard to tell. Okay. This car is amazing. I love it. And it's actually kind of makes me feel good about my idea to start collecting taxi cabs. So this is a good start to my collection, I think. We have one more car to open. And it's a Tarmac Works Global 64. I like to see it. Ford Mustang GT4. I already have one of these. Let's see if I can get at it over here. These cars are all in the way. There it is. In the combination of gray with blue accents that I really liked, actually. So, this is the same car from the Pirelli World Challenge 2018. I don't want to hit those cars too hard. Apparently you can scan and play this QR code if you want. I don't want to accidentally have my phone do it, but on Ford.com. I apologize for that sound. Okay. Oh, that was a much worse sound. Okay, right away. This has a shockingly ugly pink on it. This pink is really nice, but this hot pink is like... it's like garish. It's almost purposefully ugly. 55. Buford. Okay, well, the silhouette of these Ford GT4s is great. I really like them. I like this curved in spoiler. I like the, whatever the fuck those are. And the front end is, it's great. You know, it's muscular and kind of angry, but without being, you know, afraid to be pink. I mean, these tires don't do anything for me. That's okay. Some of the aero stuff is, I mean, I guess it's real to the car, so what can you do? Oh yeah, it's I thought I was looking at a Global 64 for some reason there. Ford Mustang GT4. 55. Where's the drivers? Just one driver. Buford. It said the name Buford over here too. Oh, I guess they put the driver's name on the window. Do they do that on the other cars? No. I guess it depends on what kind of race it is. Yeah. Okay. We got a roll cage. We got. I was like, why does this look so familiar? It's the exact same as the gray and blue one. The roll cage with the weird hose going through it that I'm not sure what it's for. I mean, the door handles are like a hint of a door handle. Okay, so everything about this I like. The sponsors are laid out in a way that hides them behind the aerodynamics. In a way, so like behind the wheel and the thing, and the sponsors are down here. So you can imagine that the wind comes over like this, or the wind comes down like this, goes straight up the middle like this, along this, over this, and so these parts where, you know, sort of nothing's happening, and I find that kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's the actual intention behind it. That's what my mind goes to first. Yeah, the taillights are Global 64 does really good taillights. They really do. Yeah, not the best door handles though. And it's gonna roll. It's gonna roll like a dream or like a nightmare. I don't know. You know what? We'll use the miniGT one. So that's garish as hell. Like, that's a really ugly color pink. But by God, do you see that car? It's not like you don't see other cars, but say there's a couple of blue cars, you know, they're speeding along. This comes along, and you're like, oh, it's that one. It's got like a Tron, it's got like a Tron trail behind it. Okay, so cars. GT4, I love the Ford GT4. I'm not gonna, obviously this isn't in the running because it's my previously owned one. Tomica Limited Vintage. Calsonic Skyline R32 Japan Touring Car Champion. Amazing. Maybe the winner, I'm not sure. This is also a contender for the winner, the AMC Matador 72 taxi. This is probably the only time I'm ever gonna have a new Bentley Continental GT3 and not put it up for like the best car of the run. And the Nissan Fairlady ZT 2x2. All the rest of them, I think, are, you know, they're okay. I mean, this one's garbage. This one is maybe salvageable garbage. This one's actually okay, you know, but it's like, it's between the garbage and these contenders. Okay, so, I mean, obviously this one is also a contender. That's a beautiful fucking car. I don't know. These all make me happy in such different ways. Okay, well, these are additions to collections of things that make me happy in a specific way, and these make me happy in that same specific way. This one, the ugly hot pink lines, that's a new addition to the fascination, but I don't think it's enough to make it compete with these. So these two are out of the running. I love them. The Calisonic I love. 90% of the love that I have for this, I also have for the miniGT version of it. So it's out of the running. I'm just gonna say it's a tie. I can't make a choice. This Matador is got so much personality, and it's just so like wonky, but in a charming way. And this is just pristine and perfect, and just gorgeous in a like showpiece kind of way. Whereas this is like, you know, kind of a jalopy that you love and that you've had since you were a kid. Like I don't know. Yeah, I can't choose. They're both, and it's, if I only liked the one kind of diecast, I think collecting diecast would be more boring. So I'm glad that, you know, these two wildly different types of things can make me so happy in different ways. I can't choose between them. They're both great. I hope that you have a nice night.